Hello and welcome on today webcast. I hope so that you will stay with us even if outside it's a beautiful weather. And on this evening we will have Chinmai and Naval talking to us about the ABCs of converting every lead into a buyer. Now, I know Naval from when I worked with Raymond Aron to my book, and I think I meet once Chinmai on one of the Vishal seminars. But anyway, they know what about is and what about talking, and I hope so that you will enjoy the subject that they will share with us in this evening, and I hope so that you will stay up to the end because they promise some bonuses. That's right, Chinmai? And
yeah, that's right. Yes, we have some bonuses.
Yeah, and also I've seen that you have a big bonus, but this will be from just from some of the our viewer. Now I want to.
Yes.
Now I want to let Chinmai to say a few words. And it seems that Naval still have some trouble with his internet connections, but hope so that he will enjoy us later on the way. So, Chinmai?
Yeah, hello, hi. Thanks for that, Gelu. Thank you. Yes, you're right. I really hope the attendees and you really stay till the end because the weather outside is really great. And I live on the beach near Brighton and Hove. So it's very tempting for me to go outside, but I'm like, okay, 7:30, I'm gonna go. Hopefully we'll finish it within an hour. And I can go and catch some sun when it's there. I'm Chinmai Swamy. I'm the award-winning author. First one is called Run Before You Walk. It's for startups and entrepreneurs, primarily for startup success. And second, I took that book, I took the lessons I learned from working with different entrepreneurs, different business owners, and I made a second book called The Differentiate. You communicate with your customers, how you identify your customers and move forward and move your business closer to your customers than further away. So that's my it's in branding. It's about how businesses communicate with customers. That's essentially what I do. I become kind of like a medium of business and customers so they can talk to each other. That's branding. So if you don't know how to connect, engage, then you don't have a brand. So that's what I do. And in today's presentation, which Naval and I both worked on, and we created a new brand, which we're going to share later on. That's an awesome news. As a result of that, we have created this new slide, this new presentation called the ABCs of converting every lead into a buyer. And that's really exciting. We presented it for the first time last weekend at an event in London in front of about 100 entrepreneurs and business owners. Now I only had about 10 minutes to present this 1 hour. So we only took like a small, tiny small piece of the content, and Naval presented in front of the business owners and entrepreneurs, and they loved it. They loved it. They were all jumping. And it was not like a rock show, but then, it was value because everybody was taking notes, and they really acknowledged and very warm thank you. It was not, I don't want to exaggerate saying that, oh, it was awesome. But what I'm trying to say is that the content was really great. It was really awesome. Tiny bit of 10 minutes, and we have expanded it on to an hour or a little bit more than that, depending on how the sun is.
Yeah.
So we're going to share that. So Naval, I'm hoping he will join us. The reason why there's hope is because he's got internet issues in the place where he's living. It's, don't know, Naval is living in Ibiza. So he's living there. He's enjoying the sun. He is not at the beach because he is in constant touch with myself. He is with us. He's trying to get in. It's just that the internet on the island is a bit.
Yeah, he just contacted me through the chat, and he will try to connect through his phone, and hopefully that he will manage to do it.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So we now, if you're ready, we will get started. I will actually start the presentation, and then Naval would join us later on. So I will have to share my screen.
Yeah, because if we will play with the internet connection, I don't know how we'll play the internet connection with us. So it's better to start.
Yeah. So can you see my slide?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you can see my slide. Okay, brilliant. Okay. Now, so welcome to ABCs of Converting Every Lead into Sales. This is the presentation which Naval presented in London for 10 minutes in last weekend. No, the weekend before that. And we are now have great success. So we're going to share that forward and share a little bit more. So in this, what happens is it's me. So like I said before, I'm the best branding expert you can have, award-winning author, international speaker. I've spoken all over the world, and next week I'll be speaking in Miami on the cruise. So that's really awesome. And as part of that, I am a business analyst, and as a consultant, I've worked with Virgin Active, Bentley, and also Suzuki, and all. And on my side, I have actively engaged with Virgin Startup. I am their qualified mentor who work with different startups, where I get to engage with startups which Richard Branson himself and his team have certified as startups, and they are getting fund from Virgin Money, and I am their mentor to help them grow their business. So I'm a Virgin Startup mentor. That's really cool. That's really an awesome job. I do it out of free time. I got nothing to. I don't get paid. Richard Branson doesn't pay me, but I love it. I love to associate myself with a brand like Virgin and Sir Richard Branson, and that's the kind of thing I do, and I really enjoy it. And now, now, wait a minute. And also the co-founder of Brand Marketer. This is something me and Naval have started just about 4 months ago, and this is just a baby yet, and we've got some really good news about which we'll be sharing later on. But I'm also the co-founder of Brand Marketer. That's what I enjoy doing. Now, this is Naval. Naval's not joining us yet. He may or may not join us, depending on how his internet is. We're still waiting for him.
Struggling. I chat with him yet.
Okay, cool. Okay, is he online now?
It's online by texting. He cannot enjoy the live on 3G network.
Oh, Mike. Okay, this is Naval. This is my business partner. He's also a co-founder of Brand Marketer. He's an amazing guy. I met in Raymond Allen group in about almost a year ago. We just started talking, became friends, and after 6 months of getting to know each other, we met in more events. Then we started talking, and we got to know each other more. And I got to know he has his own SEO digital marketing company for over like 5-6 years. And he's worked with really awesome clients like lastminute.com is just one of them. I would allow him to introduce himself, but then, of pieces what I know, what I would like to share, and make sure that he gets to share his awesomeness by himself. So we started talking, and then in December, January, we said, let's join hands. Let's form a new brand called the Brand Marketer, and that's what we have. So 4 months down the line, we are here talking with you, and we are both going on a cruise in next week. Actually, next Saturday this time we'll be on the cruise in Miami with another 140 to 150 business owners, and just spending a week with them, engage with them, coaching them, and working with international coaches. And one of the international coaches is New York Times best-selling author Raymond Aaron. We'll be with him, so that's really exciting. We're really awesome with that. So Naval joined. So he's a great guy. So liked him. So we become business partners, and founder of Brand Marketer. He's written 2 books. The second book is called Digital Manifesto, which will be coming out soon. I mean, he's got the copy, but then you will get to buy it from Amazon in a matter of a couple of days. He's really excited. I'm really excited for him as well. And he's on the other side. He is like a very calm, controlled, patient, and very very chilled out dude. He's into a self-realization practitioner. He goes into meditation, deep meditation, and he's always on top of things. He manages 2-3 businesses. He works very small amount of hours, and yet he gets all the work done. I'm always amazed by how he does that. So he would say it's all down to his meditation. So that's who he is, and he's like I said, I would allow him to talk about his digital marketing experience. One of the clients is lastminute.com. And you imagine how big lastminute.com is. So I will let him talk when his managers join us. Now, coming back to the presentation, after this, in today's agenda, we're gonna first talk about ABCs, which is about how you should talk ABCs. I will tell you. I don't want to say anything more. Second is a sim rule, which is something which which Naval has created. I will try to remember what it is, and give the presentation in his name if he can't join us. And third is the brand architecture, which I will be presenting. And fourth is a reach campaign planner, which I have developed and worked with for clients for the last 5-6 years. And it's really worked, and it's really an awesome thing to have. And you will have it by end of this week. Sorry, did I say week? I meant webinars. Sorry, it's not week. Webinar. Cases of converting every lead into a sale. Wait, Gelu, before I start, are you sure Naval is not able to join us?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, Gelu.
Yes,
yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, just I still keeping talking with Naval onto the chat, and on 3G network he cannot connect onto the platform, so he just can't chat with me on another platform.
Okay, thanks for that. And before I start, I mean, can you say hi on your chat window so that I can find out if you're listening to me, if you're able to see the slides, and say hi from and tell the city you're from. So it'll be good. So Gelu says hi. Gelu. Let me also say hi. I can see Bhavik Shah. I know Bhavik. So Gelu's from Southampton. I'm from Brighton. So we're both next to the beach. So if you can say hi, that'll be good. So we can know that you're there. Jeff is from Toronto. Oh, hi, Jeff. I know you. Is that Jeff? Oh, that's good. Okay. So that's great. Hi, Jeff. So I will be seeing you next week, I guess. Is that correct? Choppy connection. I know. Yes, it is choppy. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you are able to be on the good side of the choppiness, and you're able to see the webinar and see the slides. So this is ABC. So I'm going to get on with this slide. So then hopefully Naval will be able to join us. So first is like, how many of you are in sales? If you're in sales, it means you're in business. So if I'm assuming that if you're on this webinar, that means you run your own business, which implies you're in sales. So that means you are part of your sales. You do sell your own business. So you are in sales whether you like it or not. So the old school part of sales, which Naval says, is that it's always be closing. Is ABCs always be closing. I know you have read, I have always been told to and read in books after books on all the business books. So it's always be closing. And Naval, being smart, he said, no, that's not right, because he uses his experience of digital marketing and SEO and content marketing with so many big brands, and he came up with a better uh, uh, expansion of ABCs and that thing. So he's going to talk about that. But so it's, when you talk about AB always be closing, he, before we came up with the bright solution, he said, does it work? No, it doesn't work. It's because you talk about more information, and as a customer, you have always bought your products by seeking out more information before making any quick decisions, right? You have never gone out and said, if the moment someone's just closed you with a closing question, you've not gone and bought it. Or if someone's presented you with a sales page in front of you, you have not just gone and bought it. You have actually gone out and done some more research and found out for more reviews, understood what the product is, understood who the person behind the product is, and then you have realized that, okay, now that I've realized I have this need, can I go and find out other options? Can I have other choices before I make this big decision, or small decision it can be, depending on the type of product or the investment it demands. So that's the kind of thing. So no one really buys just because you have asked a closing question. So it doesn't work. So what Nawal's come up with that is that in today's world, in his experience, and you trust me, even in our experience of since we have joined hands and started this brand marketer, we have really seen this to action. And I'm really amazed and impressed with how Nawal has pulled it off. He says, I'll always be communicating. It's always be communicating. It's like whoever your brand is, whatever your product is, be talking, and be in constant touch with the end product and the end prospect. And he's got an amazing example, and I was really blown away when he shared it with me first time on stage 2 weeks ago at O'Connor's event. So it's when Groupon emails you, you just don't go buy. Do you buy all the deals you get on Groupon? If yes, type in yes. If no, just type in no. Do you buy all the deals presented by Groupon? I mean, I know Groupon sends you email almost pretty much every day. No, right? Yes. So thanks, Gelu. So you don't. So because of that, it then what happens is Groupon updating ads or updating its Facebook, its social media accounts on Google Plus or Twitter, on Facebook page, on Pinterest. It presents all its deals over there as well. So it's communicating with you on email. It then again goes back and communicates with you on social media. And then once you are in social media and you have an email address, what intelligent about Google, about this Groupon, is that it follows you around. It keeps in touch. It keeps in constant touch with you about asking, about going through different ads, like about banners, like how banners work, how the cookie in your browser when you're on Facebook retargeting cookie, when you get that, Groupon then presents it to your browsers, whether you go on MSN.com or you go on BBC, or so not BBC, but if you go on all these other news groups or any other websites, you still get to see the ads from Groupon. So it follows you and it makes sure it's there. And even on app, it gives you, still keeps in constant touch about the deals and about the information about the deals and the options about the deals through apps, notifications on apps. So it's always in constant touch. It's always communicating with you. And that's the way, and that's how easily Groupon stays in touch. And then even if you don't like to buy the deal the Groupon sends you today, you will eventually go to Groupon for looking for a deal when you are ready, right? Yes? Because you know that you're going to get the deal you're going to get the best deal in Groupon, if not at least one of the good deals in Groupon, rather than searching on Google, right? So would you agree that if you want to go out if you want to get a weekend break, or if you want to go on all-inclusive holiday, or even a dinner for two in London or in your city, if you would want to search for the best deal, you would start off with Groupon, right? that would be one of the places you would just go there, and then you would make a decision, yes or no. So that's the kind of communicating what Groupon is with Naval says. It's always communicating. You always be in touch, and you either communicate on video, on YouTube, on audio, whether because your brand is in touch on different mediums, on different sensory items, on email, online PR, Google. Like again, going back to the example of Groupon, it does all of this, and it has its own blogs. And even though you don't read the blog articles, you still know you get some information on the blog articles. And there are ads in magazines. There are always a podcast. I don't think Groupon does it, but then the importance of podcast. It's really cool. And events. You go to events like Business Show, which happened in London yesterday and today. Great business show. I think it's not today. Yesterday it was Wednesday and Thursday. Sorry, not today. So there are events like this which you go and talk and always communicating. So these are the events. And then webinar, right? We are here on this webinar and we're talking. So as Gelu said, he is in touch with you. He is communicating with you. I am here. Gelu is kind enough to offer me his platform to talk and be in touch with you. So we have established this kind of communication here where Gelu is in constant touch with you. I am in constant touch with you. So we are going on. That's really cool. So that's what communicating is. And so the reality check is that it's content versus content creation. Just communicating. What are you marketing and what are you creating? So it's a fine balance of how you get that in the fine art, because that's what will make the difference of how you say the right information at the right time in which medium, and make sure you don't send spam or you don't send ads. You make sure you have a fine balance of adding value and proposing the right offer at the right time. All taking the same context of always be communicating, it's just content. We are moving to how to get the final leads into sales. Is that first is content. Is any medium, which is you can be infographics, videos, audios, medium, email, webinars, events, anything. It's just content where you're adding value. And next, the marketing channels is ads, it's email marketing, or like radio ads, or newspaper, magazines, flyers. All these are marketing channels. So that's the way they communicate and get in touch with you. And then there's a landing page where there is something you were presented to take, make an offer, make something where you're present with an offer where you can't refuse, whether it's free or whether it's really at a ridiculously low amount. And once you get that, once you get all the three items, the content, the marketing channels, and the landing page right, you get the lead or you get the sale, depending on where you are in the funnel. So that's the closing session. That's how you close it, and that's how you get it. So that's all roads lead to content. So outline, so in terms of editors, writers, all these are the team members you need to have so that they can help you with your content, marketing channels, technical team, marketing team, and sales team. Well, these are basic. You might be thinking in your head, these are general stuff, everybody knows it, but then you'll be surprised. We work with so many business owners and they don't get the foundations right. It's always the foundation. It's always the simple things which is overlooked. Right? So that's really not right. So it's easy to overlook the simple things, but it's important for you to make sure you remember them. So attending these webinars is a reflection of how focused and determined you are to work that you are towards working on your business, working on your goal. And I really commend you for that, and I'm really great. Thanks for that, and I really appreciate Gelu giving us this opportunity to talk to you and share our knowledge with you. Thanks. So now that so far you've reached, and how we have talked about the importance of always be communicating, and then the importance of how you structure the the content, the marketing channels, and the landing pages. So that how you integrate both is that it's the strategy, which is 85%. It's like when I say about what content you present in which platform, so you get it right. And once you get the strategy right, then you implement it, because that's very important. So without the implementation, it's of no use. So strategy, implementation, and then without strategy, with strategy and implementation, all, if you don't have a budget or money for launching these systems, then you're actually wasting time. So SIM rule. So if you want to always be communicating, you need to have the right strategy to implement it, and make sure you have the budget, the money to back it up. And that's what integrating this two things are. So like if you look at Groupon, it's always communicating, and it's got the money, it's got the systems, it's got the strategy, so it's got the content marketing channels and landing pages. So you get the lead. So you may not buy a Groupon deal today, but you will eventually buy one. That is a fact, right? So I have bought several Groupon deals. Some of them I can, some of them I don't, but then you just know that Groupon is a brand that you can go for getting good deals. So that's because they have not. It's because of constant communication. They're not closed you. It's a very fine art of closing and communicating. They're always in touch with you, sending you really awesome looking images of retreats and getaways and food items and activities, adventures. So name it. There's something for everybody. So that's through communication. The hook, I've got me on the hook. So that's how it is. So that's ABCs and SIM. So this was supposed to be done by Naval. Naval, I'm really sorry. I know you wanted to be on this webinar, but you're going to be with us soon, so it'll be great. So let's hope we can carry on this before I get lost on the webinar without internet. So the next thing is the brand architecture, which is me. So I'm going to talk about brand architecture and how you're going to build your brand from scratch, or just review your brand right now, where it is, so that you know where, if you're not able to get the communication, the engagement, the type of engagement you're seeking for your brand, you can use this to build your architecture. So that's something which I've developed and observed over the last 4 or 5 years. I've worked with really great brands. Like I said, Virgin is one of them. And as part of the startups, I got to meet with really amazing other brands, and it's really cool. So are seeing a consolidated, a condensed version of my knowledge in the next 5 minutes. You ready? So brand architecture, you're ready. This is an activity. So you're not going to just listen. So it's an activity. Next slide. So get your thinking hats on and play with me here. So you got an option. Gelu, you can play as well. Yes. I would like you to play as well. Yeah. So you have 16,000 pounds in your bank account now, all right? You have, magically. And you have to make a decision. You have to buy a car. You have narrowed down your choice into these two options. You're presented with these two options. Car on your left is car A. It's a 2-liter engine car. It's got a 45,000 miles of age, and it's got 32 miles per gallon, and it costs you 15,000 pounds. That's one option. Second car on the right is 2.5-liter engine. It's been driven for 55,000 miles, and it's got a lower economy of 28 miles per gallon, and it's increased by, and its cost is 19,000 pounds. Jeff, you might convert the pounds into dollars. Just ignore the pound sign. You can see it as dollars. But if you want to buy and you have to make a decision, which car would you choose? Bhavik, which car would you choose? And Gelu, you as well. Which car would you choose? Car A or car B?
It depends. Which is the meaning? About the price of the car or the results?
Yeah, so the results, at least, what do you say? The tentative results, like what student engine is 45,000, and your budget is 16,000, and you can either go over by 3,000 pounds or go and save 1,000 pounds by going car A. So
yeah, I don't know. I like the cars with the big engines, so
okay. So car B for you then.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bhavik said A. Jeff, are you on board? Are you going to choose A or B? Not sure. There's a delay with this webinar, so
Yeah.
let's hope Jeff gets it. It's about 5-6 second delay. Jeff, car A or car B? So we're gonna wait for another 3 seconds for you to type. Undecided. No, you can't sit on the fence. You have to jump either side. Come on.
I,
It's a game, Jeff. You're not gonna buy. We're not gonna send you
a bill.
Yeah, exactly. So you can just play along. If you had to choose, which one would be? A, 32 and B. All right, great. So we have two A's and one B. So hold on to your options. And now, which one would you choose? Are your options still valid? Or have you changed? Are you still holding on to your options or have you changed them?
No, I will not change it.
You're not changed? Okay, we still have one B. A's, are they still on A's or have they changed? So Bhavik is still A. Jeff, I cannot decode Ultimate Driving Machine. It's very subjective. So is it A or B, Jeff? So Jeff changed from A to B. All right, great. Thank. So see, there was some change there. So the point of this exercise, when I mean, like this usually works when it's live, but you guys really did do great because I really enjoy doing this because this is one of the most important exercises where you understand the importance of a brand, where you have in the previous slide you have spent time calculating the risks, the logic, the rationality of every feature and made a decision. uh, yes, okay, yes, exactly. So Jeff, you like BMW because the ultimate driving machine. So hold on to the thought, and we will come back to that at the end of the slide, Jeff. So hold on to that thought of BMW being the best. So now, but then when you saw the brand, you immediately changed, right? So what made it. So what is a brand at the end of it? Is it a name of a product? Is it the features which the images or the leader, the brand name, the leader behind the brand, or is it the company? The people, the employer, the systems, the way they do customer service. What is it? The company or the address or the name? What makes a brand? None of these make a brand. To be honest, because you know why? I will tell you what makes a brand. Brand is a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling. It's a simple gut feeling. The same feeling you felt when you saw the logo of Mercedes and BMW. The gut feeling you had where you threw away a decision you made spending 5 minutes in an instant. The moment you saw the logos and you know what brand it was, that's a gut feeling. But you're not born with it. BMW has not put in a DNA switch in you. So when you were born, it's something they've built on, they've cultivated it on. So they've cultivated on three foundations. So in my experience, there are three foundations which help you to build an ultimate brand. Expectations. So make sure your expectations are met or you're set. Second is the emotions. Third is the experience. So when you say BMW is the ultimate driving machine or Bhavik still loves Mercedes, it's the expectation. So expectations you have in your mind and the expectations the car manufacturer has set that they will meet has to match. And once that happens, the emotions has to match as well. And we're going to talk in more detail in the next slides, but these are the things. So emotions has to match. And after emotions, the experience has to match as well. So the experience of driving the luxury Mercedes has to be in synchronous with the emotions and the expectations. If it's not, if any of these three expectations, emotions, and the experience are not aligned, you lose the value of the brand. So you have to make sure either it's all three or none. You can't just have the experience and not meet the expectations and don't have an emotional connection, because you're not going to have the ultimate branding experience. So this is the three things. So let's find out how you can build these three. Expectation. So expectation is telling it very clearly. What is it? What type of solution are you offering, and who is it for? Is it someone seeking luxury driving or someone seeking thrill driving? What kind of driving it is, and why should they come to you? And that's the kind of question. So why should they come to you and not anybody else? Why should they come to BMW and not go to Ferrari? Well, it's a clear decision, but it's a distinctive choice. You go for Ferrari or you go for BMW. It's a distinctive choice. You don't sit on the fence making a decision for that. You make a decision quickly. You don't have to think. So you either go to Mercedes or BMW. Again, you know why you're going for each, is because you know what the solution is, you know what it is, and they have repeatedly set the expectations and met them. Or your friends, that different emotions trigger for you. So that's why you know why they should come, why you go to these people. So setting the right expectations and meeting them is more important. So that's one of the foundations. The next is the emotional triggers. I talk about the second one, triggers. You can make an emotional connection by meeting one or four of these emotional triggers. The first one is fear. The fear of loss, of fear of meeting the unexpected. That's something. So if your product can address or counteract or mitigate the risk of fear of which you are feeling, then the brand will trigger that emotional trigger. So now that's one, fear. Next is fun. So if you're looking for excitement, adrenaline, looking for adventure, then what kind of fun does the brand represent or the product promises to meet? What kind of expectation does it set? Like, what kind of fun does it set? And next, the food. Food is immediate concerns. It's immediate problem. It's fear, fun, food, future. So fear is fear as it stands. Fun is for fun. It's like, even fun, it also represents sex, because you also know how we use sex. In every big brand uses sex as a main point in their advertisements, in their marketing campaigns, in their brands. They always use that as well. So fun is part of our life. These are the four things which we as humans have developed since the cave times. So these are not changed. So this is the reptilian brain thinking here. So that is why this is the gut feeling, the reptilian brain, which makes decisions in fraction of a second. Because when you were in a cave and your everyday survival was based on these four emotions. And the third one is food. So food means what immediate problem will the brand solve? What's the immediate gratification? So if you can communicate that, then you have a connection, then you have an emotional trigger. And the fourth one is the future. What kind of assurance, what kind of surety the brand promises to you that it will provide in the future? So these are the four emotions. So fear, fun, food, future. If you can promise one or all of them, or two of them, a combination of them, and make the emotional connection, then you're building a brand in their head. Like, if you imagine BMW is fun, right? And Mercedes is more of maybe future luxury. It gives you food immediate. It gives you immediate gratification as well. It gives you immediate pleasure, immediate satisfaction of status, of achievement. It combines all of that. So it's immediate answering your inner desires, your triggers of your feeling. So BMW has fun, but then Mercedes has a combination of food and future. Maybe you look at something else, or you think Mercedes is fun as well, but it's got different triggers. That's the idea of having different emotional triggers, because you can dominate them. So you can dominate them the way BMW dominated Jeff to choose from Mercedes to BMW, and the way Mercedes dominated Bavik to stick to Mercedes, even though he was presented with the choice of BMW, Bavik stuck with the Mercedes, because they are dominating that emotional trigger. So that's how you can dominate and influence your customer's decision when you get these emotional triggers right. Next is the experience. So there are two types of experience. One is a brand has two assets. One is tangible and intangible. Tangible is something you can feel, see, measure, and you like logo you can see, name you can see, colors you can see. There are something, images you can see, people you can meet, words you can read. So these are the ones that are tangible, right? And then the intangible are emotions, are experiences where you can't, it's not something you can measure, you can only feel it. So in this aspect, we're talking about what you can see, touch, and feel as well. So logo is done. So what kind of experience you're going to provide to your customer, to your prospect, and what kind of message your brand is sharing out? Is it logo? Is it name? Colors, are the colors consistent? Is it consistent across all the marketing banners? Is it printed in CMYK? Is it you have to go down to that details to make sure it's consistent. For logo, like are the logos having the same colors? Are they having on different primary backgrounds? Because so, and even the images, are the images consistent with your brand? Are the people in your team believe in your brand, are consistent with your brand? Are they same passionate about your brand or your product the same way? And the words you use, words are powerful. Words have the power of invoking emotions and setting the right kind of expectations, or having that imagination in your head. So words, what kind of words you use to describe? That's copy, web copy. It's also how you talk and give presentations. So those are things. So this is the experience, the complete experience your brand offers in your customer journey from start to finish. It doesn't have to be finished, it can be an ongoing experience. So it's up to you. So it has to be consistent. So the thing is, you have to make sure all of them are consistent. So I know this, we got three. We got expectations, we got emotions, and we got experience. There's a fourth one which you have to get to really stand out. I know it's three, but the fourth is the hidden part which everybody overlooks, but because you're going to see it now. And the fourth one is you just exceed. You just exceed in everything. In what you've learned, in meeting expectations, you make sure you meet the expectation and you exceed. In connecting emotionally and engaging in them, you connect and then you go beyond. And then even in experience, you provide an awesome experience and you go beyond, you exceed it. So that's how you connect. That's how you build a brand. And how when you exceed, you make a good brand, better brand. So this is how you build a brand. So like, this is the kind of thing which I've learned, that you look at any brand, the top big brands like Virgin, Coca-Cola, or Apple, Tesla, they have got the expectations, they have got the emotions, engagement, connection, they've got the experience, and they exceed in all of them. It's not just one or two, it's all the four of them. That is when you start building a brand. So this is one. So next is the Reach Campaign Planner. Well, did you learn something? Did you enjoy the brand architecture? If you say yes, type, come on, engage with me so that you know you're able to hear.
That's very useful information anyway. It's very useful.
Thank you, Gelu. Well, are you still sticking on to Mercedes and BMW, Jeff? All right, cool. So you guys are online. So I'm going to get on to the next one. This is the Campaign Planner. So the Campaign Planner is something which you will get help in how you plan campaigns, whether it's marketing campaign or launch campaign, whether it's what do you say, a new product or new offer, promotion, anything, any kind of campaigns you want. So this is how big organizations launch their multi-million-dollar campaigns, and it's very nitty-gritty. It's down to the detail. They have got a framework, which, like I said, I've worked with big brands, and I've got to take a peek behind the big curtain, and I'm going to share with you how they do this even before they spend a tiny bits of money on it. So that's really important. So I'm going to share this. So Reach campaign. So First is reach is reasons and resources. I'm going to explain you more in detail, but R stands for reasons and resources. E stands for efforts and economics. And analytics and agility will help you to gauge the right information and make the decisions of the right information. The content and containers are basically platforms and how you talk and what kind of content you use to communicate. And hot hooks are lead generators, like lead magnets, you know how to get. So the reach is primarily going to help you to get an overview of your complete campaign rather than just tiny bits of it. Like, I've seen several businesses say, okay, I'm going to launch a campaign. Okay, let me go and run a Facebook ad. That's just one tiny bit. They don't even know that they have to do blogs or make JV collaborations with other partners so they can help promote their promotional offer. It's just being one-sided, having just one tiny view of saying, okay, I need to generate leads. Okay, let me go run and do something, rather than let me take a step back and look at it from a top-level view and understand how it really works, understand the cogs and the wheels, and find out which ones I turn at what time. So that's how it's going to help you. The reach campaign is going to help you understand campaign. So the first one reason is, and what is the business objective? What's the real business objective you're trying to achieve here? This is one of the tiny bits. So business objective. So understand what you're doing. If it may be a product launch, but that's what the customers are knowing. But your business objective is product launch to get more traction in social media? Is it to get at least 5 measurable leads? Like, is it to get 10 new customers, or is it to get attention of new investors? What is the business objective? Forget the product, forget the campaign objective, the business objective. And who is the campaign target for? Like, one of the things you need to consider, who are the ideal customers. So the reasons and resources will actually define the foundation. It's kind of like making you think as to, oh, why am I doing this? Is it really important? How important is this? The next is the efforts and economics. It's the kind of thing, what are you committed? How committed are you to put in the necessary work to get it done? So the top level is like, okay, for doing this, I need to get the, for example, the images for the copy, the website, I need a landing page, I need to get some flyers printed, I'm gonna need some QR scanner codes connected. So like top level, even details, everything you need for the initial investment to get the campaign running. Making a list of everything you need to get your campaign off the ground. What's the budget, like what's the kind of initial investment you're supposed to get, what's the exit criteria, so that you can know what the profits are. So meeting all of this, defining all of them beforehand will help you make decisions on the go without having to worry whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong, because you've already said this. Second is analytics and agility. So agility is a concept where you take steps, but it's like ready, fire, aim. That's how agility is. It's you get ready, fire, and then you take your aim, and then again get ready, you fire and take your aim, and till you hit your target. So these are the things that will help you. Like some of the bits you need to think about your campaign is what kind of leads you need to have, number of leads, how do you measure your success, and what is your success criteria, what's your exit criteria. Imagine you're investing even as little as £2,000 a month or £500 a month on social media or any kind of advertisement campaign. You want to know what the success criteria is. You want to know what's the failure, when to abort. You set them before, because you see the human tendency is that we tend to push on. It's in our blood, it's in our instinct. So when things are tough, we really push to go forward and give it our best. We do that no matter what. So, but we shouldn't let a good feature of us jeopardize the real project. So when you're calm and you're sensible before you campaign launches, you set your success and your failure criteria. So when you're approaching success criteria, you know it's success and you push on. Like maybe if it's 500, you're going to increase your budget to 1,000, because if something is working, you're going to make the most of it. You're going to double the efforts. But if something's not working, you're not going to just say, oh, it's not money, I'm going to push it more. If it's not working, you're going to pull the plug, because you want to come back, analyze, make things better, and then fire again. So it's the name of the game is ready, fire, aim. So if after you fire, things are not right, you need to know that you need to take aim again. You need to correct your aim and get ready and fire. So this is what helps you set the analytics and agility, so that it makes you agile, it makes you on the go, and makes you adapt to the situation. The content and containers and the hot hooks, it's just in simple terms, is understanding what kind of informations you want to give out, and how do you follow up, and what kind of offers you want to sell, is the engagement, is the CRM systems you use, these, because if without a back-end system, without a powerful system, you cannot have all of them going. You might have the best hot hooks, you might have the best leads, you might have good funded campaigns, but without a CRM systems in the back, you cannot sustain, you cannot get and measure the real system. So this is what a reach campaign planner is. Enjoy? Did you take notes? Did you really feel that reach campaign planner was helpful? Do you see the importance of having the big picture before you dive into the nitty-gritties? Did you kind of understand? So this is a time where you say yes, no, if you have questions. We're going to come to question and answers later on. But if you're making notes of questions, that's good. Make note of your questions, because we're going to come to question and answers later on. And what you're seeing here, like these little tiny checkboxes, are just snippets of the real worksheets, because these are just small ones. I can't really go through. This is a very big per-day workshop on just this campaign planner, but I'm just condensed it down to just about 20 minutes or 15 minutes off the top. So far, just to recap, you've done ABCs of converting every lead into sales, which we know always be communicating. Second is the SIM rule. Okay, hi, someone's joined us. Veronica. Hi, Veronica. Say hi. Hello. You can just type in, say hi, and tell us where you're from. And I know you've joined in late, but then you're coming to the best part. Like, you're catching up, and you're going to tell you where you can get all the notes. We're going to email you the slides, so you're not going to make sure you're not going to miss.
Yes, and also they can see a replay anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right, Gelu. Yes.
Yeah.
So, Veronica, where are you from? Type the name of the city. I'm going to stop talking till you type. Colorado, on the way to Miami. Oh, wow, okay. Oh my God, you're going to go ahead. You're going to beat us to the race. That's great. Oh, I really admire your passion and your energy. Great, cool. All right, you're on the go, and thanks for taking time and joining us here. So we read, so SIM rule is about strategy, implementation, and money. So I'm just going to catch up for you, but you can go back and go watch the full review, the replay of the webinar, which you're going to enjoy more. And second, the brand architecture, we spoke about what are the three foundations you need to meet to have the right connection with the brand, and what's the fourth one, which is a good brand from a great brand. And then the reach campaign planner is what we talked about, how reach really helps you to get an overview picture of what the brand, how you plan your campaign, how to keep, like, for example, reach also helps you to make sure you use the three foundations from the brand architecture, because you can also, it's very easy to lose the consistency when you're launching a campaign. So when you're top level view, you can make sure your logo, your brand, your products, your words, your experience, everything is inconsistent, and you can plan all of that in either containers or in analytics. You can make all of that right and get it right the first time, so that you don't just wing it as you move along. It's important to get the foundations right before you jump in and spend the money, because because marketing it's like an ATM machine. What I've understood, experience is that when you build a system with the right CRM and automated and all this plugin, it's like if you put in 500 pounds, you get to make 5,000 pounds. You're going to do it every month, and you're going to see if you can refine it, improve it, and if you know a system works if you spend 500, you're going to get back 10 times that. You're going to do it again and again and again, right? So that's how Reach Campaign Planner helps you to do that. So like, where is all this coming from? This is from Brand Marketer. Like I said, myself and Naval formed Brand Marketer about 4 months ago in December, Jan. We formed this with Brand Marketers. The ethos is we help you brand your solution and market your brand. That's what it is. It's Brand Marketer. We found this and really enjoying this journey. So what it is, so we know brand is the engine, then marketing is the fuel. You need to have both. There's no point having the BMW and not a fuel, not filling the tank and taking it for a ride, right, Jeff? And same thing with you, Bhavik. And like, I know you, if you buy a Mercedes and you don't use it, it's not useful, is it? That's right, Gelu, right?
Yeah,
so when you like big engines, you want to take it out for a ride and enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what branding and marketing, they coexist, they're symbiotic. And you didn't just teach you how to launch campaign. We have done a lot of testing. We have failed enough number of times so that we know which ones work. And we have worked with so many systems. Like we know, like for example, for building websites or CRM systems or email marketing campaign systems, we know the free ones, and we can go up to the expensive ones like 500 or 1,000 pounds a month systems as well. So we have experimented and we know the ones which works for your business, and we have done that. And Naval and myself have formed these 4 modules. The first one is the brand differentiator, which I come in and we work and help you build your brand. And then digital manifesto is where Naval jumps in and he tells you how to generate leads. And then revenue generator is when me and Naval both jumps in and helps you to convert the lead to like kind of monetize your lead to get some, to make them buy something. And then that was client generator. And the revenue generator is where you increase your profits, get more money. So Naval and I will both jump in and help you with client converter and revenue generator. So that's what this brand differentiator and digital manifesto, client converter, and revenue generator is. We form these modules in the last 4 months. We put our heads together, our experiences together, and brought the best out of us. And so we got the brand marketer workshop, which is coming. We got about 21 worksheets and checklists. The Reach Campaign Planner, you saw some questions and checklists. That's a tiny bit. That's just like maybe 10% of the real worksheets. And we got this workshop on June 18th in London at the Strand Palace Hotel. So we got a 5 international speaker panel, and there's a 6th one who's secret. We don't know that yet. We're gonna keep it surprise. We're gonna do that later on. The 5 international speaker panel, we're gonna share. It's not gonna be a pitch fest. It's a workshop. It's not a seminar. It's a workshop. So it's BMW. Hey, something we enjoyed. So brand marketer workshop is also BMW. How do you like that, Jeff? Do you like it? I told you to remember BMW towards the end. So brand marketer workshop. So you should attend because it's BMW. It's your brand, right? So coming back to the point, there's 5 international speakers. And you're gonna get 2 award-winning books when you attend the workshop in London. And we have done this so that we can, there's so many events where they just go, speaker after speaker comes and just pitches. We don't want to do that. It's a workshop. We got a panel for an hour. 5 international speakers are going to come in and sit on the panel. We're going to do a live coverage, and we're going to talk about questions and answers and address your issues. And we're going to have hands-on experience of workshop where you're going to sit in round tables rather than layered row seats. So it's going to be more immersive, the experience, and engaging, and you're going to be part of a team, and you're going to build something. You're going to go home with something. So that's what we have. So in the workshop, we're going to talk about how to transform your brand, and talk about how to future of your business growth, and how to create the marketing campaign. You saw reach campaign. You're gonna see the more complicated campaigns, the more powerful ones, which will actually generate more. So you're gonna get all these worksheets. You're gonna take home all these worksheets. So you're gonna know which ones work, which ones don't, which direction you need to focus your marketing and your brand and your products into for 2016 and 2017. So we're going to cover all of that in this workshop. It's on June 18th in London. So we really want you to attend. So it's the general ticket is £47. The middle VIP is £97, where you're going to get everything of general, which is the whole one-day workshop. You're going to get networking. You're going to get access to all the 21 worksheets. But also, you're going to get my award-winning book, Run Before You Walk. You're going to get my second award-winning book, Differentiate. And you're going to get Naval's second book, which is not out yet. You're going to get Digital Manifesto as well. And that's when you join as a VIP ticket for £97. And the executive ticket, you get everything of VIP, but you get 2 extra ones, which is you're going to get a personal one-to-one 15-minute coaching session with me or Naval on your business. So we'll work with you along with, even though the worksheets, the whole workshop would be, if it's not enough, we're going to work with you on a one-to-one level after that for 15 minutes. That's enough for us to make an impact and to make sure you get the right information. So that's 15 minutes. And after that, we're going to create a customized brand marketer blueprint for 2016, 2017 for your business, for your brand. That's for £197 executive ticket. So it's up to you to join, so you can make a decision. And because it's an offer, we have to be an offer, else there is no. So the offer is this. So you're going to still pay £47 for general. You're going to pay VIP for, whoa, that's a very crazy offer. I didn't see that. That's a typo error. Not acting. I thought it was 97. Okay, so that's £47. You can get VIP ticket for £47. Naval is not going to be happy, but I'm going to survive. So, but yeah, I wanted to make executive 197 to 97, but I think 97 to 47. Now there's no turning back. Okay, so you can get the general ticket for 47, or you can upgrade to VIP for 47. You can get the executive ticket for 97. So we would love you guys to join us. It's in London. It's on June 18th. There will be recordings of it. You'll get all the access, even though if you can't attend because you're in, send you recordings. We will send you worksheets, so you can still be part of the workshop, even though you're not in the room. So it's going to be immersive. So it's not just geological. It's not that dependent. Even though it'd be good to have you in the room, but if you can't, we will send you recordings and we'll give you access to all the members area, so you can get all the 21 worksheets. So it'll be fun. So it'll be good if you can come, and it'll be our first BMW. It's like the director's cut. There's been no edits. We'll make the mistakes. We'll cue out all the awesome ones in this one workshop, because the next workshop, we're going to fine tune it. We're going to edit. We're going to trim out the edges. We're going to make it better. So we're going to take away all the good ones. So that's going to be awesome. This is really cool. So the first BMW, the first thing is going to be the funniest one. It's going to really have the most engaging director's cut. You get the raw version of our material of Naval and Chinmai. Well, Veronica asked, oh, can I sign up? Of course you can sign up, Veronica. Well, thanks for asking. And can I have the recording sent to me? Yes, of course. Can send the recordings to you. We can send the worksheets to you. And we can do the one-to-one coaching session with you over the phone or on Skype. So whatever suits you, we can do it over. That'd be good. So it'd be great if you can join up. And the link is, we're going to share the link with you. I'm not sure how. Let me see. Gelu, how do we share the link?
Just put the link onto the chat box and send it through.
Okay.
Or if not, give it to me and I will put it.
So how many of you can join so we can send you the link? That'll be good fun. So right now we have. Do you see anything? Are you able to see some message?
No, I don't know where you put it, the message. I can't see your message yet. But
Okay.
past the yeah, now.
Oh
Just,
no, okay, I sent the mail. Okay,
yeah,
it's here, so
it
you can
is.
take a look. Bhavik, you may join. That's great. Thanks for that. So it'll be good fun. So it'll be our first event. It's going to be more engaging. We are going to be nervous. You can see us being nervous, but you're going to give you all the content without uh, uh, any of the uh, edits and cuts. So you're going to get it really good. So it'll be good fun. So it'll be good if you can register. It's not expensive. It's really just £47 for the VIP and 97 for the executive, where you get to have, it's really great content. It's a one-day workshop. It's not a pitch fest. So it'll be fun. So do you have any question answers?
Any questions?
If you have any questions on what we have discussed, like especially the ABCs, the brand architecture, the reach campaign planner, we can answer that here.
Yeah, what I want to ask, so in your workshop, you will cover even the production area. So, for example, for somebody that they need to do a branding or rebrand their business, you will cover the design, the branding manual, everything.
Yes, like we won't get details into opening Photoshop and Illustrator and do the designing, but then what we will do is we will get onto the details, as in what images, what colors, what shapes your brand should be, so that you can rebrand or strengthen your brand at what you have. So we will go. It's not just strategy, like we said. It's strategy 85%. We will go through the strategy, but then we can also go through the implementation. We're gonna take you step by step. We're gonna give you sequence on what you can implement to get the work done yourself, or you can hire someone on Fiverr or on Elance and do it yourself. It's going to be, like we said, the brand marketer was created to not just give you strategy, but also give you actionable information. So Jeff, how can people not physically in UK attend? Well, Jeff, we don't have teleportation yet, so you can't be teleported to London, even though we would love to do that. But the only way we can have you in our workshop is there is a part of it which we're going to do a live session, where you can watch it live from your laptop. We're going to send you a link, and also we will be recording it and sending you videos, and we'll have a members area where you can download the worksheets, and we can do a Skype call depending on what ticket thing. It would be great if you can join us on the executive, so you can we can work with you after the workshop, and we can enjoy the connection. So it's even though you're not in UK, you can attend. You won't be physically present, but you will get the information you want by being in Canada. So was it helpful, Jeff? Did that answer the question? I will sign up when I return from my business trip. Oh, Veronica, that's great. Thank you for that. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll help you decide. You can meet me and Naval on the cruise, and if you don't like us, you can push us off the boat, and then you don't have to sign. See, so yes, that's a safe bet. I like the way you think. Yes. Yeah. So that's it. So any questions on reach campaign or brand architecture, that would be, you can ask us now. If it's related to something else, but it's related to branding and marketing, we can answer, but not to life and the foundations of creation. That will be a different webinar. There's a delay in this, so if you don't type your question in the next 3 seconds, I'm going to assume that I'm going to assume you don't have any questions, and we're going to wrap this webinar after this. Is that right, Gelu?
Yeah, absolutely fine. So Veronica already say that she will not pushing off the boat. Okay. So guys, if you don't have any more questions, we will wrap up here. And I want to thank you to Chinmai, and so I'm sorry for Naval that he didn't make it because of the network trouble. He's in Spain now. From what I spoke with him. I hope so that you enjoyed this presentation, and we will wait you next week on to the same hour. Anyway, if you registered already, you will receive an email from us with the information regarding the next webcast, next live webcast.
Good. Yeah. Thanks for organizing this, Gelu. I know you were really you brought us together. That's really great. Thanks for that, Gelu.
Yeah. Thank you, and see you next time.
See you next time. See you on the cruise. Take care.
Okay. Bye bye.